Imagine stepping into a world where magic is real, mystical creatures roam free, and every corner hides a new adventure. A world where heroes, not of immense power but of pure heart, face challenges and discover wonder. The charm of light fantasy lies in its simplicity. It's an escape to a world where good always triumphs and the impossible becomes possible. But why has this genre captured our hearts? Why do we return to these peaceful yet exciting realms? Let's explore. Light fantasy offers comfort in today's fast-paced world. It's not just about escaping, it's about finding peace in a place where kindness is rewarded and dreams come true. When the real world feels overwhelming, light fantasy offers hope. Heroes face danger but always bring light, like in The Hobbit, where a simple hobbit discovers courage amidst dragons and treasure, without losing the warmth of home and friends. The magical landscapes are inviting, with lush forests, sparkling lakes, and castles touching the skies. These places are familiar yet extraordinary, like a glowing forest at dusk with the hum of magic in the air. These worlds offer a gentle escape, making us long to visit, even if only in our dreams. But it's the characters that truly make light fantasy shine. Heroes are often ordinary people like us, thrown into unexpected situations. Think of Harry Potter, a regular boy who discovers he's a wizard and embarks on a magical journey. But it's not just the magic that makes Harry's story special. It's the friendships, the choices he makes, and the values of bravery and kindness that guide him. In light fantasy, the line between good and evil is often clear. The villains are typically dark forces of corruption or greed, trying to upset the harmony of the world. But no matter how tough the battles get, our heroes rise with the strength of their convictions. Whether it's the small but determined group of adventurers in The Lord of the Rings standing against Sauron's dark army, or a lone knight in the Chronicles of Narnia discovering his true destiny, light fantasy reminds us that the good always finds a way. But the heroes of light fantasy aren't all perfect warriors or wizards. They have flaws. Maybe they're unsure of themselves or struggle with fear. And that's where the beauty of their journey lies. In these stories, it's not the power or magic that defines the hero, but the heart. It's about growth, learning, and rising above the challenges, and that's something everyone can relate to. Remember the hobbits in The Lord of the Rings? They were the least likely to save the world, yet their bravery in the face of great odds showed that courage doesn't come from size or strength, but from the heart. And of course, there's the magic. In light fantasy, magic isn't just about flashy spells and powerful wizards. It's about wonder and the small, everyday miracles that make life special. A simple spell might not turn someone into a dragon, but it could help someone in need or bring a fleeting moment of happiness. The beauty of magic in these worlds is that it's an extension of the world itself. Natural, whimsical, and always present, like a soft breeze on a sunny day or a warm fire on a chilly night. Magic in light fantasy isn't confined to just the heroes either. The creatures that inhabit these worlds also have their own special magic. Think of the kind and wise creatures like the Ents from The Lord of the Rings, who walk slowly through forests, guarding ancient secrets. Or the gentle creatures in The Hobbit, who may seem ordinary but are filled with wisdom and kindness. These magical beings often teach us important lessons. The value of patience, the importance of protecting nature, and the beauty of understanding one another. The sense of adventure in light fantasy is equally captivating. While the stakes may not always be as high as in darker genres, there's something deeply satisfying about following characters on a journey of discovery. These adventures aren't about defeating overwhelming evil. They're about learning, growing, and becoming more than you were before. Whether it's a quest to find a magical artifact or a simple journey to discover one's true purpose, light fantasy adventures often feel like a personal voyage, making them feel relatable and inspiring. As we explore these worlds, it's clear why light fantasy holds such a special place in our hearts. It's not just about the magic or the creatures, it's about the hope it gives us. In light fantasy, even in the darkest times, there is always a path to redemption. A way to make things right, and an enduring belief that the world can be a better place. Whether it's the triumph of good over evil, the unbreakable bonds of friendship, or the simple joy of discovering new wonders, these stories fill us with warmth and a sense of possibility. The charm of light fantasy lies not only in its hopeful themes, but in the way it subtly teaches us life lessons. It's a gentle reminder that no matter how small or insignificant we might feel, each of us has the power to make a difference. In these magical realms, heroes are often those who show kindness, help others, and never give up, even when the world around them seems uncertain. And it's this message that resonates deeply with us. It's not about being perfect. It's about striving to be better, to help, and to believe in the goodness of the world. Light fantasy also allows us to explore complex emotions in a safe and comforting way. Whether it's the joy of discovery, the sadness of loss, or the excitement of new friendships, these stories let us experience a wide range of emotions. But unlike darker genres, light fantasy offers us hope and resolution. The sadness doesn't last forever, the trials can be overcome, and in the end, everything will be all right. It's a genre that assures us that even in the toughest moments, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. These stories also have a way of making us appreciate the beauty in the ordinary. The simple things, like a beautiful sunset, the sound of birds singing, or the warmth of a friend's embrace, become magical moments in light fantasy. When we see these things through the eyes of a hero, they take on a deeper meaning. It reminds us that magic is not always in the grand gestures, but in the small, everyday wonders that surround us, waiting to be noticed. In light fantasy, we often see the hero not just overcoming external challenges, but also learning to understand themselves. These stories are about personal growth, about realizing what really matters in life. It's about discovering your purpose, finding your inner strength, and learning to trust your instincts. Think of how the young heroes in Percy Jackson grow over the course of their adventures, becoming stronger, wiser, and more aware of the world around them. The sense of community and friendship is another cornerstone of light fantasy. These worlds are full of bonds that are formed through shared adventures, with heroes coming together to face challenges. These friendships are powerful. More than just companions in battle, they are emotional anchors, providing support and comfort. When things get tough, it's these relationships that hold the heroes together, reminding us of the importance of trust, loyalty, and kindness. The light fantasy genre also creates a sense of wonder through its settings. From enchanted forests to bustling magical cities, each place is a character in itself. Every corner holds the potential for discovery, whether it's a hidden portal to another realm, a glowing river that heals the soul, or a forgotten castle filled with ancient mysteries. These environments inspire us to dream, to imagine worlds beyond our own, and to believe that magic exists everywhere, if we only know where to look. It's fascinating how light fantasy can take the most familiar settings, like a village, a forest, or a mountain, and transform them into something extraordinary. A forest isn't just a collection of trees, but a place where every leaf is imbued with magic, where creatures with gentle eyes hide, and where every path leads to new possibilities. A village isn't just a cluster of houses, but a community of heroes in their own right, each one with their own story and purpose. As we dive deeper into these magical worlds, we realize that light fantasy is more than just a genre. It's a way of looking at life. It encourages us to find the magic in our own world, to see the beauty in the simplest things, and to believe that no matter how difficult life may seem, there's always hope. These stories remind us that the greatest adventures aren't always the ones we have to leave home for. Sometimes the greatest journeys happen within as we discover the magic of the world around us. As we wrap up our exploration of light fantasy, it's clear that its popularity isn't just about the escape it provides. It's about the hope, the magic, and the inspiration that come with it. These worlds are filled with wonder, yes, but more importantly, they're filled with the kind of stories that make us believe in something greater than ourselves. They remind us that no matter where we are or how lost we may feel, there is always a light guiding us forward. So, if you've enjoyed diving into these magical worlds with me, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more adventures, and let me know in the comments what your favorite light fantasy world is. Don't forget to like the video if it filled you with a little magic and wonder. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and I can't wait to explore even more fantastical realms with you.